Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Julioski, your host. Welcome back to CSEP Podcast. We are here with my good friend, el lucha libre master, señor, el Scarecrow.
Thank you for the introduction.
¿Cómo está, Mr. Scarecrow? How you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Thank you very much. And before we forget, let's do a shout out to Mr. Gomez.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Gomez, is his birthday today.
It's his birthday, Mr. Gomez.
We're
want to
still
wish
waiting
you
for a statue at Colonia or in La Placita.
We were just talking about that. Mr. Gomez, it's time that you get your recognition and that we put some kind of a statue out there. What were you saying, Scarecrow?
I think he deserves that and more.
Yes, sir. Yes,
let's do a
sir.
shout out because it's his birthday today.
That's
I
right.
think it's like, 300 and some?
Oh, man, I think he was there with Pancho Villa, no? Anyways, hope you had a great day, Mr. Gomez. I hope that many people that you've inspired become the great leaders that you've proven to be.
You know what? I forgot to put
The headphones are right here.
the
Go ahead and grab them. Carefully. All right, cool. All right, you're good.
Okay. I can
All right.
Oh, did I move it?
That's okay, you're good.
It's okay. Just leave it there.
So, we were saying a couple of things regarding Scarecrow. Scarecrow, you've been wrestling for, did we say 18 years?
18 years.
Yeah, man. Tell me about being a wrestler for 18 years.
Well, you know what? Money. I don't think many of us do it for money. I think we do it because the adrenaline, the friendship that you build on the road. Sometimes we sleep on the floor in raunchy motels. We slept in top of the line hotels. You never know where you're gonna end up.
Sounds like rock stars to me.
A lot of times you sleep in the car.
Yeah.
And,
But it's all for the love of the sport of lucha libre, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And that's because you got all the different groups are constantly traveling to follow the different routes. You belong to the so-called rudos, which are kind of like the rude dogs of the wrestling.
Actually, I'm a technical.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
face.
Okay.
They call it in this side of the border. But I enjoy it more when I'm the heel, when I'm the rudo, when I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun being the rudo, being able to piss off the people. And,
Yeah.
and they throw things at you. I had a guy that threatened to beat me up when the match was over. We were beating up. I think it was Indio Azteca and me. We were fighting Chavo Mar and El Mariachi in L.A.
Yeah.
And we took Chavo Mar's mask off and we beat him up. And the guy was waiting for us. He was waiting for us.
You got him pumped up.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And you know what? Let me tell you,
Uh-huh.
with the bad comes the good too.
Yeah.
We had people that come up to us, women that come up to us and say, take me, and like, no,
My
no.
hero.
My hero.
Well, that's kind of like the whole role of being a luchador, bigger than life character, and I think that's why for forever, like the Latino community has constantly seen the luchadores as their version of the superhero, comic book superhero, Superman. Would you say that?
I think it is. If you really if you see it, when we put the mask,
Yeah.
this mask is so me.
Yeah.
It turns me into somebody else.
You're
It's
right.
like
You're
alter
taking
ego.
yes, you're taking identity. Yes.
You take on somebody else's identity, and
But it's
you don't
powerful.
realize
It's
it.
also powerful though, right?
Yes.
And yeah, it gives you a bigger than life, persona.
Let me tell you something. One time we went to wrestle in San Jose,
Yeah.
and we drove, and we were gonna do San Jose, Oakland, and San Francisco that weekend. and there was a guy that he had trained to be a wrestler. He didn't make it,
Uh-huh.
and but he traveled with us that day. And when we were traveling, it's like we're regular people.
Yeah.
We're nobody special. We're uh, we're just a bunch of people on the road, and we got to San Jose,
Uh-huh.
and we started dressing up and the oil, the boots, and he kept staring at me. And then he came up to me and he goes, "You just turned into somebody
Bigger than life.
other than you.
Yeah.
Somebody else. There's somebody. You're somebody else now."
Yeah.
And you don't believe it until you feel it.
Uh-huh.
Until you lace the boots. That's my favorite part.
Let's go back to your roots. You started Lucha Libre was an inspiration as very young, and I hear that you got to meet a lot of the legends.
You know what? There's really I couldn't tell you the amount of people that I got to meet.
Wow.
I started when I was 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
10 years old. I used to shine shoes in Tijuana. I used to sell
That's
newspapers, and I had the freedom to go to the Friday night matches. And so not the promoter, but the guy that used to bring the wrestlers on the
In the bus.
yeah, on a van.
Yeah, in the
And
van.
he would let me clean it, and he would let me go inside, and then afterwards he would take the wrestlers over to the hotel.
Yeah.
And so I knew everybody. I knew
Wow,
Los Gemelos
you had-
Diablo,
What?
El Solitario,
Uh-huh.
the big names.
Yeah.
Not the ones that say the juniors, but the
No,
real
the
ones. El
OGs.
Santo and Blue Demon. And I met a lot of people. Wrestling is really connected me with a lot of people that I never thought I would.
Right. That's awesome, man. And then from there, you had some teachers, right? You had some teachers that started training you.
You know what? I want to say.
Or you for a moment you didn't know if you were going to be an act, but then you decided, right?
You know what? I let it go for a while
Yeah.
because life gets in the way,
Yeah.
and so I let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I started getting close to the promotion, to the promoters, and then one day I went to go to a training, and it was on a Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me I had to leave, and I said, "Why? I just came." And they said, "Okay, if you don't want to leave, then you have to get up on the ring." And they did it with thinking that I wasn't going to make it, that I wasn't going to cut it. And I said, "Okay, I'll try it. I've never been in the ring, but it looks like it's fun."
Mm-hmm.
And they did everything they could for me to quit,
Yeah.
and I didn't quit. And then one of the
You stuck
wrestlers
to
even
it.
asked me, he said, "You know what? You wrestled before." And I said, I never wrestled. I said, I loved it since I was a little kid, but I had never wrestled. And from then on, it took me a year to train. I used to drive from Oxnard to LA 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So it was
That's what it
a
takes.
lot of hours.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hours in the rain, in the cold, wind, shiny. I would get home about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would have to get up at 5 o'clock to go to work. And so, but once you get to wrestle,
Uh-huh.
it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing you could experience.
Yeah, the rush, right?
The rush, the when people scream your name, when they know your song and they get up because they know it's you that's coming out. There's a guy in San Diego who used to pay a ticket just to see Screcrow.
Oh yeah.
And I would always take my vest and I would throw it at him and I would say keep it for the length of the match and then give it back to me. And he liked it.
Oh yeah.
He liked it.
He was part of the show at that
He was
moment.
part of the show.
We were talking about different things that make wrestling amazing. Some of them the fans, some of it the referee, some of it the announcers. Speak a little bit about all the different elements that make up lucha.
Well, the main thing is the wrestler. So obviously the wrestler is who people pay to go see, but you need a really good referee. A referee that can be a referee for the first match or can be a referee for the the main event.
And you were saying the reason that it's even the first matches, even though they're just newcomers, probably in those matches. Why are those matches so important overall?
They're important because it's like a meal.
Yeah,
You need a good salad
yeah, it sets the
to
stage.
to prepare you for the main meal.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the same in the wrestling. It's like
Mm-hmm.
your first match, people need to get the feeling. They need to start getting the who they're going for, whether it's the face or the heels, and then it just builds up. And I've been to programs where the first match was better than the main event.
Yep. Yeah.
So you know, as long as I used to tell a promoter, I said, you know what, I don't care if you put me in the first match, just put me with somebody that can wrestle,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll give you the best match of the night.
And that's what we were talking about was also how lucha libre is part of it is athletic, part of it is almost like a dance because everything has to be perfectly coordinated.
I always said that wrestling is a dance.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta dance the same type of to the same type of music, to the same
Mm-hmm.
beat.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have a cumbia and have a norteño.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to both have to be dancing the same thing,
Yeah.
and then it becomes a good match, and because you're putting your life in somebody else's hand, and they're
Totally.
putting their life in your hands.
Totally.
You know, wrestlers always say that we know how we get up into the ring, but we don't know how we're gonna come down.
Right.
Because we've seen so many people die. We had friends that had passed away in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at my really good friend, and I know that a lot of people are gonna say it wasn't, but I know Silver King. Silver King was
Mm.
he played Ramses in Nacho Libre, and he would call me. He
Yeah.
would call me once a week, and he would.
Mm.
He had a nickname. I'm not gonna say the nickname because because but
Because
but he
that's
would
that's yeah.
but he would call me, and he died in England
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah. Doing what he loved.
Doing
But that's
what
the
he loved.
thing though, is wrestlers train so hard to make it look so simple to do the moves they do, but there's so much talent, so much like acrobatic training that goes behind it that the whole point of it is for them to make something very dangerous but do it so much that it's safe. The safety factor is always kept in there.
Well, you always have to take care of each other.
Yeah.
You hit them as much as you want to. You hit them as hard as you can, but you have to protect their life because if we're there to kill each other, that's a brawl. That's a street fight. And
Yeah.
I've been in plenty of street fights.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've been in plenty of street fights to know that is not worth it. It's and lucha libre is our culture.
Yeah.
Lucha libre is the second most followed sport in Mexico,
In Mexico?
right after soccer. We're above basketball. We're above baseball. We're you go to any little town, and they have a little arena where wrestlers come over and do their thing.
Which reminds me, you were speaking about the different places you've been going to recently across the U.S. and Latin America.
I've been here in California. We've been in Hemet, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Sacramento. We've been to Las Vegas, L.A., most of the area in L.A. I did a little tour between Tijuana, Ensenada, and Mexicali. I've been to Tlaxcala. We wrestled in Tlaxcala to a packed arena. We wrestled in Puebla. Arlequin and me, we wrestled in Puebla, where youngsters that you can see the hunger in them, that they want to be wrestlers, and
Yeah.
it's amazing when you see
That's
a young guy like that will give his life to please 20 or 30 people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. That's what's up. What are some things that? Well, no, I remember you were mentioning about when you got your first ring, your wrestling ring. and how that was a game changer.
My first outfit.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, when after a year of training 3 times a week, I missed, I think, twice in 1 year.
Uh-huh.
One was because I hurt my shoulder, and I had to go see a Salvador, and the other one was when I got my outfit. So after a year of practice, I went to see this guy to make me an outfit.
Yeah.
And he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Screcrow." And so automatically he wanted me to wear the
Overalls and
the
farmer look like from Wizard of Oz.
And I
you're
said,
like,
no,
nah.
no. I said, I want to be a wrestler. I don't want to be a clown.
Yeah.
And why did I choose the Scarecrow was because I like Halloween.
Yeah.
I like the brown and the orange.
Yes.
And I chose the dark side. I wanted to be a rudo, but here in Oxnard, the people follow me as a good guy, and so I give to the people what they want.
Right, of course.
But yeah, that's how I picked the Scarecrow. And
well, what's interesting is also you chose it in English instead of it being a Spanish word. You chose the word Scarecrow, but it works.
To me, it sounds better. I didn't want to be Espantapájaros because it brings me back to being the farmer type of
right
Scarecrow
versus Scarecrow.
I wanted to be the scary part.
Of more
life.
Halloween, more, and then also like there you also feel very heavy metal in your style.
You ever see Batman? Batman, one of his enemies is a Scarecrow, and is not a clown. It's scary.
Yeah. It's
and that's what I wanted it to be.
That's what's up. What's up.
And so bring me one of the good guys, and I'll put the fear on them.
Hey, part of being a wrestler is also learning to deal with injuries, and I hear you've had quite a few. But man, you just worked right through them, right?
I broke my on a Tuesday night. I broke my 2 bones in my wrist, and Thursday they put the cast, and Saturday I was wrestling in San Fernando. I put a long sleeve, I put a gloves, and I said I'll go out there and I tried to do the best that I could. A couple of times I was on the main event in San Fernando and with the good guys, with a really really good guys. When I was still fresh out of the when they first gave me the okay.
Yeah.
And you learn to not fear anybody.
That's
you
right.
You just say, bring it on.
That's right.
I had a good teacher. My teacher was Bionico. And I also learned a lot from Dr. Maldad. Dr. Maldad was one of the best rudos in California.
Yeah.
He was picked to be the best rudo a few years in a row.
What would you say was one thing that you remember that really stood out from his lessons?
That he didn't back down.
That's right.
He didn't back down. And meaning that when you practice, you get in a line. The best guys go in the front of the line, and the new guys go at the end. And so obviously I started at the end. After 6 months, I was still at the end, and he came up to me and he said, "How come you deserve to be further along the line? Why are you always the last one?" And I said, "Because if I'm in the middle of the line, I practice with a couple so guys, but if I'm the last one, I practice with a teacher." And so he was good. He was really good. Bionico taught me a lot of the flying, the finesse. Maldad taught me a lot of the rough.
The rough?
The rough part of the wrestling.
Like what's that example?
Well, take what they give you, and if they don't give you anything, take more.
Got it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Which I was gonna say though, you're when you get up on the top and you do that fly move, that is pretty special move from Screcrow. I think everybody looks
The
forward
flying
to it.
scissors.
Yeah, that move right there, classic.
You know what? I've seen people get hurt. I've seen people really, really get hurt doing that.
Hmm.
But when you're up there, you can't think like that.
Hmm.
I always tell my students, I say, if when you lace your boots, you feel there's a little rock in your shoe, take them off and relace them again. And it takes you 10 minutes to lace boots.
No, I bet.
And but I said you have
It
to
makes
be
all the difference.
100% focused on what you're doing.
Hmm. I think that's a good advice for anything that people do passionately, is they just gotta be really in that zone.
And you know what? Now that we talk about it, I've had quite a few people that came through that I was teaching them how to wrestle. And I don't make wrestlers. I never said that I make wrestlers. I teach them what I know, and they make themselves to be wrestlers.
Yeah, they put in the effort.
Because you have to have the effort, you have to have the heart, and so. But we had quite a bit, and thinking about it is like when I started to do this, I never thought I would have that much impact on other people.
You do though. You do, Scarecrow. I mean, I've had quite a few wrestlers come through here, and they all recognize, hey, you know what? It was the maestro Scarecrow that helped us get to achieve our dream of wanting to become luchadores. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of everybody. But at the same time, with that responsibility comes you still are looking to train the next generations.
Well, like my intro song says, till I collapse. That's when. Until then, that's what I'm gonna try to keep on doing.
That's right. And if people want to be part of the luchadores here, training here locally, and I think that you do open it up to people all the way to LA. I've even heard people from San Francisco sometimes come and train with you. Is that true?
We've had people from San Francisco. We had a couple people. We have one of our wrestlers that already wrestles from Santa Barbara. What we did is when HWP decided to bring a ring over to Oxnard, to me it was a blessing because I drove to LA three times a week. So bringing it here to Oxnard, to our hometown, was a big deal. Nobody had ever done it. We at HWP, the promotion has done a lot of things that other people haven't done. During the pandemic, we were the only people in the world that were doing events. We did our first one during the pandemic. We tested for COVID. We did a bunch of stuff to make sure that we were safe. We had Chino, we had Chavo Mar, we had Latigo Blanco. We had a bunch of us. Meteoric that got together and said, okay, we're gonna take a chance. We never charged a nickel, but it was watched worldwide. There was a circus in Colombia that got stuck over there during the pandemic. They couldn't travel, and they called me and they said, hey, how are you doing it? Because we were using different cameras.
Right. You were doing multi-camera like broadcasting.
Yes, and they said somebody from Juarez, I think, started trying to do charge to do wrestling the same way, and it didn't work. We did it through the pandemic, and we were very proud that our little promotion, we were part of that promotion, HWP, and we were the only ones doing it.
And having a ring, that's also giving you the opportunity to take it to different parts of California, correct?
We've done shows in Norco. We did a show in Norco where there was about 30,000 people.
Wow.
The headliner was Ice Cube, and there was other people, and we were part of that show. We did the wrestling. We've been to Fresno Taco Fest. We just did a show in Simi Valley where we the promotion took the ring and we just tag along.
Dia de los Muertos also.
We did the Dia de los Muertos, and again, Mr. Gomez, we've always tried to help Mr. Gomez because we know who he is in the community. So we did that Dia de los Muertos at at the cemetery in Camarillo.
I had a blast being a guest referee that time. That was fun. I'm looking forward
You
to
know
doing
what?
that again.
You know what? We were supposed to be in Santa Barbara. They called us
Uh-huh.
and they offered us big money to go to Santa Barbara.
Uh-huh.
They had a festival,
Yeah.
and we said, you know what? We already said okay to
Uh,
Mr. Gomez, so we're gonna stick with Mr. Gomez.
that was nice of you. That's what loyalty's all about.
Oh yeah, and Mr. Gomez always been good to us, so he deserves all the loyalty in the world.
Let's give some recognition to the people who, like, just like every wrestler, their uniform, their mask, everything is uniquely made, and just like everybody else, Scarecrow's mask and uniform has been uniquely made by designers. Let's give recognition to them.
You know, when I first started wrestling, we said that they wanted to do like a like a different type of mask, and I said no. First of all, I like the brown, and Don Jose, he's related to a wrestler, Shamu, is his father-in-law, and he told me, okay, we're gonna do something, but he chose to put
The straw.
the straw,
Yeah, I like that.
and we always kept it.
Yeah,
we always
yeah.
kept it, and sometimes they,
That signature you.
yes, sometimes people call me Paulina Rubio, sometimes they, and there's arenas where they announce me as Paulina Rubio, and but he's the one that designed it.
Nice.
My first mask. We've had a few changes in the mask.
Yeah.
I still looking for the perfect combination, but
Uh-huh.
hopefully eventually it'll come up.
And the costume, not the uniform too. The your jacket, everything.
Let me tell you that he designed everything.
Okay. Wow.
We I didn't know the I don't know how to say it, the impact that a uniform has in you.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started wrestling,
yeah.
a friend of mine came up and he said, "You know what? I'm going to a Halloween party, and I don't have a costume. Would you let me use your uniform?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And a friend of mine came up and he said, "What are you doing?" And I
Yeah.
said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You know what it takes to wear that?"
Yeah.
And I had to tell him, "No, you can't use my uniform.
Right.
You can't use my, because that's what gives me the persona, the third person."
Right. And at the same time, that's why I kind of call myself, it's not a costume, it's a uniform. The same way, almost like the way that
It's a skin. It's my second skin.
and I think of it like the way that when Native Americans do powwow dancing, like that's not a costume, that's a regalia, you know. So this is like your identity. This is bigger than life. It's not made to be wearing as a flowery adornment, you know.
Yes.
Plus, you have to pay dues. You have to work hard to train hard to wear this persona. What is something you would like to tell the fans? I actually have a couple of questions from the fans, but first of all, go ahead and say something to your fans.
You know what? I really want to say thank you, because without the fans, we're nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
Once we put on the uniform, we put on the mask. Losing the mask is really painful. I'm assuming I never lost my mask, and I don't plan. I think I'll die up there before I lose it. But but I know people that have lost their mask, and the life changes afterwards, because for us
Wow.
to go up there in the ring and put on the mask, it changes you. You're not who you're supposed to be. You're not the bus driver, the cook, the field worker. You know, you're this superhero that people look up to.
But you were also mentioning you did used to work like in
We had talk about what do I think about the situation, and I think that we have to respect the people.
But by situation, we're talking about how the immigrations and workers. You know, I mean, they're not just immigrants. They're workers.
I think that everybody deserves a chance, and from certain year up to this time, they're called criminals.
Yeah.
And nobody that puts that much sweat, that puts that much effort to bring food into their table is a criminal.
Yeah.
A criminal is somebody that robs a bank,
Mm-hmm.
that steals, somebody that works in the field where nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
Why are they calling them a criminal?
We were talking about it with another podcast that weren't they called essential workers not that long ago?
And all of a sudden, we got a new president, and they're called from essential workers to criminals.
Yeah, what is that?
And they're deporting people left and right, whether they have immigration status or not. And it's bad enough that they're deporting people that don't have their papers, but then even if you have them, you're not sure.
And why does Scarecrow support the causa of the workers,
I,
the
I, I support La
trabajadores?
Causa because I
Yeah.
was part of La Causa.
Yes.
I think that until you have gotten up at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Working, I used to work in agricultural.
I used to pick strawberries. I picked green beans. I cut broccoli, cauliflower. Um, I always say there's no good day for a field worker, and I mean that if it's sunny for us, it's too hot for them. If it's windy for us, it's a lot
All the
worse.
elements.
And during the rain, they still work. And so there's really no day where you can say I'm going to the office or today I'm going to take the day off, and you still get paid. Field workers, they don't work, they don't get paid. There's no such thing as sick leave in the field.
And for Scarecrow and Luchador, what do we need to tell the people? What do we need to be doing?
I think that we need to unite. I think that there's got to be more marchas. I think that we have to do something. I don't want to get into the political stuff, but I think that we have to because he's gambling with everybody's money. He's gambling with everybody's safety. And
Everybody, not just they say they're coming just after certain people, but
no. I was talking to somebody today about laminate floor, and he said, you know what? Well, we paid $10 before. They're coming from China. Now we're paying $25.
wow,
And who's going to pay that?
right,
A consumer.
right.
So we have to unite. We have to do a little bit more marchas. We have to, really. I don't want to put down the people that voted for him because I didn't. But what is done is done. But we have to. You have to be able to fix it.
Yeah, you should be able to change your mind if you start to see that is not what you were expecting, ¿verdad? Couple questions from the audience or the people for Scarecrow. One is, what is the diet Scarecrow eats to train?
Well, as age comes to you, it's a lot harder to lose weight. So you have to really watch what you eat. I do have a person that helps me with my nutrition, but it's not as easy as it looks. You have to eat a lot more carbohydrates, a lot more salads. You have to a lot more fruits. You have to lay off the breads and the fat stuff. You have to concentrate more on the protein. And when you're young, you can eat whatever you want. When I was young, I did LA Marathon in 4:11. I can't do an LA Marathon in 4:11. I don't even know if I can do it anymore. But yeah, you have to watch what you eat.
Cool. The next question is, how much does it cost for your uniform, and how can we help with your uniforms?
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want. If you want boots, if you want tall boots, if you want the tights, if you want the t-shirt, if you want a mask, if you don't wear a mask, it depends.
I hear you start sometimes you start with the basics and then you build yourself up.
And then you build it, and you never stop. Having a mask, having a uniform is like getting a tattoo. you finish one and you want another one, and it's just finding a good mask maker
Uh-huh.
that it's affordable, because there's some really wonderful mask makers, but
Yeah.
they're way too expensive,
Hmm.
and there's some mask makers that are not that are affordable, but they're not that good.
Yeah.
So you have to find a happy medium.
Wonderful. And if they want to, how do you have a fan club, or how do like
In order,
how do you raise money sometimes for for some things that you need for your expenses?
well, we get paid. We get paid. We don't get paid like the superstars. We'll never make the money that Hijo del Santo or Blue Demon or one of those guys, Elia Park. We won't make that kind of money. They earned it. They earned the right to charge that much. But we get paid. We just have to watch our pennies and find a decent mask maker that is affordable.
And so we're here in Ventura County. You have access to a ring that you take to different areas. Is that being offered to the public right now?
Yes, we do. We've done shows in like we did the one at the cemetery for Mr. Gomez. We did the Simi Valley Calaca Fest. We did the Fresno Taco Fest. We've done we actually did one in Petco Park for the San Diego Padres a couple of years ago, where we took the ring all the way from Oxnard all the way over there.
Was that for a concert?
No, it was for the
Padres.
the Heritage Day, Hispanic Heritage Day for the Padres.
So then, if they're interested in, let's just say, either the ring or the local wrestlers to go and make an appearance, how would they do that?
They can do that through HWP, Hex Wrestling Promotion, and the phone number, I believe, is 805-469-6674. And yeah, we do rent the ring. We do appearances. We've done a lot of things with Heaven. It's a shoe. I don't know what to call it. They do expensive shoes.
Nice.
Very, very top of the line.
Wow.
Tennis shoes here in the collection. And we've done Christmas gift. We give to the kids, and so we touch bases. We did also we gave a lot of blankets, jackets to homeless here in Oxnard. We did that with Heaven. So we try to get in touch with people, but we're around, and we'll be around for quite a while. Don't worry about it.
That's right. Here's a last question, and I want you to think about this one. It's a good one. I've asked this to different people, but if the wise Sicario of now could talk to the young Scarecrow of now could talk to the Scarecrow of now could talk to the Scarecrow when you were young, when you were
when I was young.
What would you tell young Scarecrow?
You know what? I thought about that before.
Yeah.
I always tell my mother, God, she's still with us, and she saw me trying to be a wrestler at 8 years, at 10 years old, and I did secundaria in Mexico, in Tijuana, and the classrooms over there are 45 kids.
Yeah.
And secundaria. I moved over here to Oxnard when I was 15 years old, but we still get in touch. And out of those 45, more than half are lawyers, are doctors. They have a very good careers. And when we get together, they want to know if I know El Santo. They want to talk about the wrestling part of. And I said, you guys have so much. Why do you guys want to know about me? and so, but I tell my mother there's a reason why I never became a wrestler at a young age, because I think that something would have happened to me, because I give it my all. And 20 years, I would give it. I would have really, really been good.
Yeah.
Either I would have died in the ring, or I
Uh,
would have became really famous. But you know what? There's there's timing for everything,
yeah.
and I'm in the perfect time.
No, and I think that's the exact thing for all of us. I think that we're all exactly where we need to be. Um, it's an honor knowing you, Mr. Scarecrow. We
Thank you
want to
very
thank you
much.
so much for
I wanna
coming in today. Yes, please.
I wanna thank everybody that's listening to this podcast. I wanna thank everybody that is being behind HWP. We've been in business for almost 20 years. We weren't the first ones in Oxnard, but we moved into Oxnard when
Pioneers.
uh, but we've always been very straightforward with our promotion, and we do our promotion for the people.
That's
We don't
right.
do it for us. We do the promotion for the people. We've done a lot of shows for free because we want to make sure that the people in Oxnard and in California know that this is culture for us. It's really good for us. It's adrenaline, but we bring this from Mexico.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scarecrow.
Thank you.
This is CSET Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please hit subscribe, support us, leave your comments so we can reply, and we will catch you for the next one. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. Good night.